How do? So Warman, if you live in Great Britain, we're looking at 10 days like it's today. Glorious. Too hot to take the dog out. So firstly, welcome new subscribers. If you would like to support the channel, I'm a twice published author. My first book, Strangeways, a Prison Officer's Story by Neil Samworth. International bestseller, Sunday Times top 10. And my second book, Strangeways Unlocked, also doing well. Both available on Amazon. They're on Audible and Kindle. Audible and Kindle, and at times they're free. You know, if you got Kindle free, Audible the same. So thanks for that. Pinned comment, I'll put an article about chips. I know what some of you are thinking, yeah? Prisoners are kicking off because their chips are no longer going to be fried, cost of living. They're going away from frying in oil and they will be getting oven chips. Now, yeah, that's quite funny. People will be going nuts. Why should they get chips anyway? You know, feel them. One of them days, guys, it's the weather. Please give me some allowance. Feed them gruel. Don't even know what gruel is, some shite from Oliver Twist times. You know, dry bread and water, that sort of thing is the thing. The people who will be concerned about that, probably not prison management now, because there's not many that care, even though there still is some. But the staff, if they're astute, yeah. Because here's the thing with prisoners. And people talk a lot about kids and old people's homes. For me, in schools, you know, non-processed foods for kids. It's more expensive than processed food. It's a more difficult process to prepare and present. Yeah, but we are what we eat. As I grew up as a kid, non-processed food. The only processed food we used to buy was probably bread. Old people's homes and hospitals the same. The best food possible in order to maintain life, recovery in hospital and look after our older people. I know it doesn't happen, everyone's on a budget. But here's the thing, and I'm not suggesting this is why we should look at prison food. However, if the food's shite, it's going to kick off. Yeah? If you've got empty bellies, it's going to kick off. Both private and public sector, when I worked in the job, yeah, heavy loaded carb diet, lots of rice, potatoes, chips, bread, pasta, that sort of thing, fill people up. Everything's on a budget. Private sector fares better because private sector can shop around. Go to the local supermarket. The prison I used to work at, the local supermarket would phone up. You know, we got 1,000 chicken lattice pies. You can have them for a penny each and stuff like that. So you'd buy them, cut them in half, put them with chips and beans and cons were happy, that sort of thing. Might have been a bit more expensive than a penny, but you see what I'm saying. Public sector, you're limited to suppliers. Obviously, if you have to go somewhere, yeah, to a supplier, yeah, you're not negotiating, or you pay the price. The other thing is, I believe, pretty much every prison is probably, every meat product, protein, is halal, and they pay more for that as well. Not necessarily everyone is on a halal diet, might be 10%, but they see it as being easier to prepare it for everyone than prepare it for the few. You see where I'm going? But yeah, Blakenhurst, I remember was in the private sector, walking at 1 o'clock in the morning, for all those people who are prison officers and ex-prison officers, 1 in the morning, on my own, down Main Street, to the reception wing with 18 lads from Blakenhurst. You're right, lads, there's such a thing as an overcrowding draft. If a prison's full, you know, and you need places for court or whatever, you ship some out, might ship 20 out, might ship 40 out. Overcrowding draft. So I said to these lads, they're all from same nick, is it an overcrowding draft, lads? No, we rioted, Gov. Kicked off. When? Not today, they said today, but it's 1 in the morning now. So the previous day, yeah? So I went, oh, fudging hell, that's nice, lads. Any chance you're going to be kicking off here? What's the food like, Gov? I said, food's pretty good here for prison food. We won't be kicking off. So Blakenhurst has been public and a private sector prison. I don't know where it is now or what it is. Yeah? But the lads said, when you're on the wing, Gov, last 15 lads let out, yeah? If it was, say, fish and chips, you'd be lucky to get a few chips. You definitely won't get a fish. If it was Sunday dinner day, you might get some boiled potatoes and nothing else. It was the same every day. They never had enough food on the wing to feed the wing. Yeah, and that becomes dangerous. Yeah, particularly in that prison environment. People aren't kicking off in hospital. They'll complain about hospital food. You know, the old people aren't going to riot in an old people's home, are they? And kids aren't going to riot in a school. However, in prison, particularly when there's not enough to feed people, it's going to go. And it did at Blakenhurst. We got we got 18 of them. However, we never heard a note from them. The food was half decent, so they got their heads down. Yeah, true story in my first book, Strangeways Prison Officer's Story. I have told it before, so I'm going to tell it very quickly. This, as a cleaning officer on K-Wing, 200 prisoners. The day before, so if I'm on shift, I'm ordering the next day's food. Yeah, at that time, you couldn't pick your food on that wing because it was a remand wing and it was changing all the time. So if it was, say, fish and chips, I might order 160 portions of fish and chips. This is for 200, 20 curry and 20 butty packs. Yeah, you'd always probably have a little bit over, so you could cater for most people. What I wouldn't order, yeah, is 140 portions of curry, 40 butty packs and 60 fish and chips. Because when the 60 fish and chips is gone, it's going to kick off. That's common sense. Yeah? So Christmas Day, I'm on shift. The merchant banker, who was on the day before, called him two pence. Yeah? Called him two pence. He was always writing people up, putting people on report for nothing. Now, the lad was on my course. I liked him. He was a normal guy with a couple of kids, but as prison officer material, he was dangerous. Yeah, he would fucking wind people up. He's lucky he never got filled in. Yeah, some of the stuff he did definitely caused problems. But like I said, some people, they cause problems, walk away, and he'd done that on Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day he dumped it on my fucking doorstep. A big fucking pile of shite. So I used to phone about 10:30, 11 o'clock, phone the kitchens to see what you'd got coming, yeah? About 11, half 11, you get your survey lads out, you start preparing the survey. We've got 200 prisoners on this wing. It's Christmas Day, yeah? Christmas Day was shite. All people wanted to do was speak to the family and then just be left alone. It was a very quiet day. So I phones the kitchens. Now what this clown has done, two pence, yeah, 160 portions of Christmas dinner, yeah, no, he hadn't ordered that, he should have. He's ordered 160 portions of fish curry, yeah. Now see, I've gone straight face now. Legendary, this story, because it never happened. There was no riot, there fucking wasn't. Let me tell you what I did. The woman on the other end of the phone, who I had a good relationship with, yeah, says, Sam, I'm sorry, he's ordered you 160 portions of fish curry. I went, what? There'll be a fucking riot, love. Yeah? Weren't happy. She says, I'll do what I can. I went upstairs to see senior officer. He went bananas, absolutely bananas. I got the servery lads and the cleaners on the wing, and I said, go and tell everyone, go to the doors and tell everyone that the knobhead on the day before, two pence, and I used his name, yeah, has ordered 160 portions of fish curry. Yeah, so I'm prepping people now. Yeah, it was a fucking stressful hour, probably one of the most stressful hours I've had. The other staff, not stressful. They're all in the office having brews. The SO was pissed. But you know, some of them staff were going home. Nobody come down, no support, nothing like that, other than the SO, Bertie Bassett. Those that know about him, I've talked about him before. Anyway, she did us proud, the lass. The amount of food that come over was fantastic. She gave us everything Christmas dinner wise she could that was left. Everything. Yeah. I think everybody on the wing got roast potatoes. Everyone might have got some veg. Yeah. There was chips, there was sausages, as much food as she could prepare in an hour she did, and it come over. Yeah. And it prepared everyone. And everyone got a big plate full of food. The fish curry weren't half bad. Yeah, but it saved the day. Yeah. That one stupid thing that he did could have caused a fucking riot on that wing. If that lass hadn't been in the kitchen, because the other staff weren't as user-friendly, would have been goosed us. Yeah. 200 lads expecting Christmas dinner and they're getting fish curry. Not good. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks to everyone who supported the channel. Thanks to guests, past, present and future. Thanks to everyone who supported me on Patreon, everyone who's bought me a brew. And as a community, I will continue to say this. Thanks for the amazing support, especially for guests. I really do appreciate that. Yeah. Might get out early morning tomorrow with a ladder and do a little vlog. Take care. Try and get some vitamin D. Wishing everyone all the very best. Thanks for coming. I'll see you.